So we've all seen the CSI meme. For those of you who haven't, here it is. Obviously, playing footage would be counterproductive, but we've all seen this. So the famous scene of, oh, zoom in on that license plate. Whoops. Zoom in on that license plate, and then they zoom in and enhance it. Ooh, got him. Oh, wait, no, zoom in on that screw. Oh, there it is. Okay, wait. Now, first of all, this is another enhancement. And then zoom in on that reflection. And then, oh, we enhance it and we see this. Looks like our killer is screwed. Yeah! All right. The reason that this technology is ludicrous is because of the technology of image enhancement. And yesterday, I saw this tweet, which both impressed me and terrified me. So let me read this here. Computer enhances now reality. SR3 takes a low-res image, 64 by 64, and progressively adds noise until only pure noise remains. It then learns to reverse this process, removing noise to create a 1024 by 1024 image. And there's a link to the actual article. Now, here's the thing. When I saw this, yes, I was both impressed and terrified, but it goes a little deeper than that. I've mentioned on this channel many times at this point that I have a technical background, but to be more precise, my specialty was computer graphics. And what I did was mainly 3D stuff, but I did take an image processing class, and I also took a artificial intelligence class. As a matter of fact, I still have my artificial intelligence manual right here in this room. I probably haven't opened it since like the early 2000s or whatever. But all that to say is, when I saw this text and this video, it was this weird combination of reminiscing and geeking out on this problem, because I understand this problem to the point where most of the notes that I wrote for this segment, I wrote them before even reading the article that is cited in that tweet, which we will absolutely get to. But the one thing that I want to specify is this famous image enhancer that in concept, the principle is so easy that Hollywood writers were writing about it, like even back in the 90s. There are clips of MacGyver standing over someone's shoulder on a computer saying, can you enhance that image with the bitmap or whatever? So people know that when you take a small image and make it bigger, then it's all grainy, and that the need to make it less grainy and to know what that image actually looks like in a higher resolution has been around for a while. Yeah, in Blade Runner 2, Larry, I'm sure there's an example of that. Again, the concept is really simple. I only knew about this word yesterday. The concept of image enhancement is called super resolution. So that's when you take an image and you increase the resolution and have it still be a good-looking image, right? And I've prepared a visual aid. So the problem is, when you take 2 pixels and you want to add pixels between them, let's say you have these 2 pixels. The concept or the key problem that you have to solve is, you have these 2 pixels, what color should this pixel be? And that is a question that happens at the pixel level, which is why when I let me just go back to the tweet here. You know, having an understanding of this problem is what made me already know this fact here when it said does it only work on images of white people? I instantly knew that the answer was that it works. The skin tone doesn't matter, and that it turns out, yeah, it works on more than just faces. Of course, it does, because the key problem that you're trying to solve is, what color should this pixel be? When I saw this video, I was like, holy shit, this is really cool. And algorithms like this are just going to get better and better over time. And it is interesting to consider the legal implications. I think that there will come a time where images that are reconstructed like this will be acceptable in court, if that's not already the case. And actually, let me just vet that there's no, like, I remember seeing a comment here. Here's what I'm not showing, is there's a bunch of people saying, actually, you know what, let's do it. Just scrolling down here, things like, this ain't enhancement, it just invents pixels most people would agree should be there. That's always what image enhancement has been. Pixel Inventor moves less licenses than Picture Enhancer. No, but the writers in Hollywood back then didn't understand what the problem was, which is why enhancing the picture is how they described it. But they're talking about the same thing. It's like saying, I'm having a hard time coming up with an example. It's like saying, that's not a car. It's a four-wheeled motor vehicle that typically weighs less than whatever weight and houses 4 or 5 passengers, including the driver. It's like, yeah, that's what most people would agree that a car is. So yeah, wait. Saying color correction doesn't correct color, but changes it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just a term that you're using to convey the problem that you're trying to solve, which is, what color should this pixel be? It's interesting that people were asking about if it only works on white faces, because the thing to keep in mind is this facial recognition is a completely different problem. Facial recognition would happen after you have a good image to give it. And yeah, especially at first, I'm sure it's less true today. I'm sure that the data sets that people were training these algorithms with didn't have enough black faces, and we're having more trouble with people with skin whose skin looks like mine. Again, like, what color should this pixel be doesn't change anything as far as, like, what color should this pixel be is independent of what color these two pixels are. So yeah, the problem remains the same. If you can solve it for 2 given colors, you can solve it for any 2 given colors. It's not exactly solved, but that video, let me put it back on screen again. This is fucking impressive. It's fucking impressive, and it's ingenious. As a matter of fact, let me just see here. As I was musing around, considering this problem, I sketched it out just to give you an idea, like, how this really took me back to the old days. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, it's a little... I drew this small, so yeah, this is like me, like the bottom here is black and the top is white, and I was just visualizing the problem that you're solving, where you take what is this picture here, my cursor is hard to see, and then you add noise, and then you try to guess like what all the intermediate pixels would look like, and things like that. This is really fascinating. Another thing to consider when you're taking actual pictures of things is that, for the most part, most things that you take a picture of are relatively smooth surfaces with hard edges around them. So the struggle, the challenge becomes determining what is a hard edge and how hard is this edge. And once you've found all the edges, you can go about smoothing out whatever is contained within it. And in thinking of this, I realized that a picture of a chessboard taken from the wrong angle could probably fuck this algorithm up. It turns out I was right. I had the right idea. We will focus more on that in a second. So let's go to the actual article. I'm not going to read the entire thing. As always, the link will be in the description below for those of you who are interested in this shit. Of course, this is going to be Google that's taking this. I wonder why Google has incentive to do this. So actually, I'm just going to read the one excerpt here, which I was fucking blown away by. SR3 is the name of the diffusion model that they're using to do this, okay? So let's read just this paragraph here. We compare SR3 with existing methods using human evaluation study. We conduct a 2 alternative forced choice experiment where subjects are asked to choose between the reference high resolution image and the model output when we ask the question, which image would you guess is from a camera? We measure the performance of the model through confusion rates, or the percentage of time that the raters would choose the model outputs over the reference image, where a perfect algorithm would achieve a 50% confusion rate. Yeah, that would be a coin toss. So a 100% score or a perfect score is effectively a coin toss. Like you're equal to random. People can't tell the difference. And this algorithm had a confusion rate of 47.4%, which is a near perfect score. Jesus Christ. I was blown away by this before explicitly being told that 50% is the perfect score. I guess I intuitively understood this, which is why I was so blown away by the fact that this algorithm will almost equal a coin toss as far as how often people will pick the result out of this. I would like to circle back to what I was saying when I was saying, hey, a chessboard taken from the wrong angle could probably fuck this up, because again, all we're trying to do is say, what color should this intermediate pixel be? However, I was initially discouraged when I realized that it could handle fur. When I realized it could handle fur, I'm like, oh man, this I underestimated how well this would be. I'm sure that this shit will do really well for human faces, but let's take a look at some of the ways this fails. First of all, yeah, it can handle fur, but right here, a tree in front of another tree will fuck the algorithm up. If you look at this blue space here, it can't tell what is supposed to be tree, what is supposed to be sky, and that's why you have this weird looking patch here. A similar thing is trees through glass, which is why the trees look fucked up on the other side of this car glass. But this is really, really nice. Another thing for my musicians watching this, if you look closer, these piano keys are fucked up. However, this is a really great attempt, considering that this picture was generated like with just a bunch of black and white pixels. This is a really impressive output, no matter how fucked up these piano keys were. Like, yeah. And also you'll notice whatever the specular reflection was that's on the other side of this piano, it also fucked up the algorithm here. This is really interesting. And if the thing that is fucking up your algorithm is not being able to process piano keys or a tree in front of another tree, that's fucking impressive. And I'm not surprised that that it had such a high confusion rate. Let me take a look here. Yeah, another example of a failure rate. And again, this is happening at the image processing level. So there are no higher level concepts like tree or piano or, suspect to guide this. But I don't know what language is actually written on this cup, but this ain't it, Chief. This is complete gibberish. The same thing with this one over here. Another final failure case that I want to show you, which is in the paper itself. Actually, two more. This picture here, this is probably two go-karts that got blended together because of all the red here. So yeah, that's another really fascinating example of the kind of thing that this algorithm can't handle. Another thing that fascinated me is this parking lot here. I can't zoom in any closer than this, but you will notice that a parking lot is a really mild example of the chessboard that I alluded to earlier, like what's black, what's white. What's gray asphalt and what's white parking spot line. So it's interesting to see that this parking line seems to be the only one that, when reduced in resolution, had enough white in it for the algorithm to like determine what it is. But it's fascinating. I'm blown away by this, and hopefully you found this interesting. If you did, please click on this video right here to watch the next one. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.